Hello gamers, welcome to Xbox Beyond the Box. I'm your host Dragon Dust. Gamers, I hope you're having a fantastic E3 weekend. Me and my wife have been busy. We watched the E3 EA Plus conference. We watched it a couple of times. We want to make sure we get all our details. We took some notes, and I know some of you are going, Dragon, why'd you take notes, man? Well, I'm over 41. I'm old, man, and I have to keep track of shit. So let's get started right away. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you for all the love and support that you show the channel. If you're new here, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And while you're here, hit that bell icon to get future notifications of Xbox Beyond the Box. I'd really appreciate that. So let's get started with the EA press conference. What did I like or not like about it? Well, first of all, let's start with the overall view. The audience was underwhelming. I swear to God, I think there was somebody back there with cattle prods getting people to applaud. It was that bad. Even for Anthem, you really didn't get a major applause. Casey Hudson, who was basically the Mass Effect creator, did not get a major applause. I mean, and of course, when we had Andrew Wilson, the Jabba the Hutt of video games, a slimy little bastard, the CEO of EA, the Evil Alliance, basically come out on stage. I thought people were going to have guns to their head going, y'all need to applaud. But nobody really wanted to applaud this worthless son of a bitch. And we all know, because he's already made it clear that he believes that loot crates are the future of gaming, even though, believe it or not, they were yelling, well, we ain't going to have loot crates on this, we ain't going to have loot crates on that, we ain't going to have loot crates on this. We all know that sooner or later they're going to try to fuck us again. So be watchful of it, gamers. With that being said, Andrew Wilson apparently was not the biggest asshole of the night. I know. And y'all have got to be asking yourself, gamer, or Dragon, who truly was the asshole of the night? Well, I've got news for you. It was Vince Zampella, or Zamanella, Salmonella, whatever the fuck he is. He's probably poisoned to the video game industry with the idiot thing that he did today. He basically shows up in the audience. They interview this dumbass who came to E3 show and tell. You basically show up as a company and go, hey, this is what we have. We show it to you. We tell you about it, and you applaud on normal cases. But no, this idiot shows up. He's part of Respawn Entertainment, which I don't know how he got there, probably on his knees, running somebody. But nonetheless, he shows up and he says, we have a game. And everybody's like, anticipation. It's a Star Wars game, greater anticipation. And then we hear the name. Jedi the Fallen Order takes place between episodes 3 and 4, and everybody is on the edge of their seat thinking we're going to see something, and then we got fucked. We didn't see a screenshot, we didn't see gameplay, we didn't see a trailer. Instead, we got told that you're going to have to wait until late 2019 before you actually see shit. So Vince, you asshole, let me inform you of something. Don't ever show up to an E3 event and simply have a fucking name for your game. Have something, have a screenshot, have some kind of gameplay footage. It shouldn't have taken your asshole team too long to have put together something to put on that damn screen. With that being said, it got worse after that. Why? Well, for those of you who haven't seen the EA press conference and saved your eyes a whole lot of hurt, they switched over to that fucking Battlefront 2 game. And EA's doubling down, and some moron with a beard, who I'm not going to mention his name because he doesn't even deserve that, comes out and says this is going to be the greatest Star Wars game ever, And granted that we wanted to come out sprinting on this game, but we ended up limping, taking a step backwards, getting fucked, fucking our fans, however you want to put it. Basically came out and tried to butter us up with saying, there ain't no loot crates on this anymore. Well, it shouldn't have been no loot crates in the first place. There's no additional story mode. Why? Because that story sucked. But of course, the whole gaming, the whole game in general, Battlefront 2 sucked. Probably as bad as Andrew Wilson, in front of all his investors, one at a time. But nonetheless, Battlefront 2 is going to get a few new heroes, a few new game modes, a dogfight with hero ships, and basically all of us are going to get bent over and fucked again on another Star Wars game. Thanks. EA DICE, we love you. I guess apparently all of us enjoy getting fucked. But with that being said, I know some people are going, Dragon, it couldn't have been all bad. It couldn't have gotten any worse. There were some good points. We're not going to go to those yet. Because apparently, and I know there's going to be somebody out there going, I'm a Madden fan. Well, it's a big fucking deal. FIFA fan, big fucking deal. Why? Because every year it's the same shit with a little few tiny innovations, and everybody's going, yay, a new Madden game, yay, new FIFA game, a new bullshit. $65, $70 for a game that gets a slight graphics adjustment, a few things slightly adjusted on it. Oh yeah, on FIFA you can create teams for your country. Woohoo! I feel like I just got jacked off. With that being said, that bullshit every year, same shit, just like with the WWE games, is all the same shit. Give us actual innovation. I'm sorry, but EA has lost me. They really have. Why? Because they bought the NFL rights. Nobody else can give them competition, so they can make the same shit every year. FIFA rights, same shit every year. NBA, same shit every year. Slight tweaks and innovations, but same bullshit. There's no competition that says, hey, y'all have to do better or the competition's going to crush your ass. Now, I'm looking for EA to eventually, capitalize on the entire market, go ahead and buy baseball, the Major League license, and then turn around and buy the WWE game series. That way they can completely, full circle, butt fuck us all the way. Okay. So with that being said, there was actually some goodness. Yeah, and I know it took a little while, almost 7 minutes to bullshit to get to goodness. First, let's talk about Unravel 2. I was really impressed with this game. The company that makes this game just absolutely blew me away because Unravel 1 was a great story mode told by a character called Yarny. I mean, I was so impressed with such simplicity, but yet such complicated levels. So they doubled down, they added co-op to and made Unravel 2. So impressed. Can't wait to play that game. Graphics look great, puzzle solving. Everything about that game really is a standout. I think it's definitely going to be a sleeper hit. Excuse me. The next game, Battlefield 5. Now, if you'd have told me a couple of weeks ago that I was going to actually enjoy seeing the Battlefield 5 presentation, I'd have told you were full of shit. As full of shit as any Christmas turkey there ever was. But I was actually impressed. To the makers of Battlefield 5, I'm sorry, I thought you all were full of shit too. But you impressed me. Basically, a single player story mode, let's see here, I had it wrote down here. Nordis Story, and it's basically a female character. I was really surprised, really blown away by this. I cannot wait. The story, the little bit of a glimpse of the story that we got seemed very dark. Now, multiplayer actually was an improvement. Customizable weapons, vehicles, characters, movable defenses, tanks, planes. This game looks impressive. And now I know some of you, I saw it on Twitter, my wife was telling me all about it, and people were on there suddenly going, no, not Battle Royale, no, we can't handle that anymore, we're single player only. I will admire Battlefield 5 for doing this. They combined the single player, they gave us a single player story, which I'm grateful for. But Battle Royale, they're trying to appeal to both audiences. Now, hopefully they gave good balance to it. Because if the single player story is only 30 minutes or a few hours long, then that's bullshit. If all their focus has been on Battle Royale, still bullshit. But fingers crossed, y'all, that they made the right decision, gave us a great balance. I know some of you are going, well, Dragon, is that it? Is that all that there was? No, actually, no, there wasn't. There was actually a sleeper hit that I saw from Joe Mai Game Studios. The only issue I had with this particular game, and it's Sea of Solitude, and it looked visually impressive. But the person who came out, see here, Cornelia Gephardt, I can't really, not good with names. She went too in depth on how the story was told. And I'm sorry, you're at an E3 press conference, Granted, I know you want to get your point across, but speed things up, you took forever. But the game looked impressive, but I'm not really for certain as to what the game truly is about. You explained it, but it was kind of your own personal life. I mean, save your depression for your therapist. Or on Twitter where my wife posts my stuff at. But hopefully this is one of those sleeper hits that I hope it really scores big and leads to bigger things for the company and for this person. But next time, Cornelia Gephardt, however the hell you pronounce your name, Focus more on the game, not on yourself. And finally, BioWare. Yep, that's right. The name synonymous with Mass Effect and failure at this point because of Mass Effect Andromeda. But their first IP in over 10 years, it's brand new, and y'all know what I'm talking about. We're talking about Anthem. Now, my wife and I had been fighting about this one for a while because we weren't for sure whether Anthem would live up to the hype, whether it would be a great thing for us. But we know that EA made quite a few adjustments when people got pissed off at the idea that the single-player story was taken out of a game. So they quickly went in there, they called Casey Hudson up and said, hey, whatever you want, get over here, get off your knees at Microsoft and get your ass over here and work for us. So he had to go over to EA and get on his knees. But nonetheless, Anthem will combine single-player story with multiplayer battles. And what it is when you're out in the world doing these missions, you can have friends and they can help you battle. Then you go to your base of operations, the place I guess is called Anthem, or the main area, and you have your choices and how it affects the world around you, which is something I love. That's true BioWare storytelling right there. Basically the body armor is called Javelins. We know that there's 4 classes: Storm, Interceptor, Colossus, and Ranger. Now the Colossus and Ranger, definitely hands down my 2 favorites. You can customize these. They're also going to be, having you pay for cosmetic stuff, And I would say weapons are probably going to follow in with that. But once again, no loot crates, y'all. Let's see here. The game basically kind of reminds me of Battlefield 360. Now it's not a game. Y'all have to go on YouTube and look at Battlefield 360. Because basically it's a World War II show, and it symbolizes what Anthem is. There's danger all around you, above you, below you, everywhere. And this game really suits it real well. The co-op play looked amazing, the environments looked amazing, and on top of that, I mean, you're not just on the ground, you're flying, you're swimming, you're running. It is awesome. I was so impressed with this. My thing is, Anthem releasing February 22nd, 2019. Let's hope it doesn't get delayed because we all know that when they put an announcement out like that, this is the date that's coming out. How many times have we seen Mass Effect go delayed, delayed, delayed? Now if they have to, I'm not going to get pissy. I'm not going to be one of these people that was on Crackdown 3 that cried and went, oh wow, my game's getting delayed. No, I want this to be the very best experience I can get. And what we do know for sure is the game will be expanding. There'll be more story. Hopefully there'll be more Javelins. I would love to see what they do further down the road, if this is just going to be the 4 main classes or do they add new ones. Overall, the EA press conference in its entirety, had they left Andrew Wilson, on the doorstep, at EA headquarters, that was my dad. He's talking to my dog. But nonetheless, if they'd have left Andrew Wilson at home, had they, left Vince Zampella, on the planet that he came from, that nerd turd that's crossed with Eddie Munster, things would have been a lot better. But with that being said, gamers, did you watch the EA press conference? Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the video. We want to hear from you in the comments below. With that being said, this has been Xbox Beyond the Box. I've been your host, Dragon Dust. We have been talking about the EA press conference, and gamers, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If so, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And with that being said, gamers, I want to wish you happy gaming and happy trails. I'm out of here.